Good evening and welcome to the Minisink Valley Board of Education meeting for Thursday, December 5th, 2024. We do have a quorum. Will everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'm going to ask the Board of Education for approval of the minutes of the November 21st meeting. Be it resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent, approves the minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of Education of November 21st, 2024.
So moved, Bill Cooper. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. You have this section down at the end? I'm sorry.
I was abstaining, I was not here.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Only I shall abstain.
How do you say it? All right. Next item on the agenda is the welcome to the visitors, which no one signed up. So next item after that is the superintendent's report with Mr. Mono.
Thank you very much. We are on our third night of having our principals here to highlight some programs in their buildings. And we are here tonight with our principal, Mr. Michael Larson. So I'm going to introduce Mr. Larson, and I'm going to turn it right over to you because we have a great presentation.
Thank you. Well, thanks for having us tonight. It's my honor to present to you guys Ms. Teresa Parker, Ms. Jill Stramiello. They've done an excellent job kind of revamping the curriculum in our computer and innovative lab. And you're going to see some really neat stuff tonight. A lot of STEAM activities. They've spent a lot of time over the summer really working on some activities that have been outstanding for our kids, have benefited our kids. You're going to see some really cool work that they've done. And I want to also acknowledge our students who are here tonight. So it's my pleasure to introduce the following. Jocelyn Rudnick, Bruce Blossom, yeah, just do a little wave. Bruce Blossomgame, Daryl Wagner, Reagan DePaula, Jasmine Tepper, and Madison Jennings. They're going to share some of their innovations and expertise in the world of flight and roller coaster design, which is going to be really great. So I would like to thank Board of Education, Central Administration. There was a lot of work that went from last year into this year over the summer into developing a new program for our middle school students, which I think you're going to see for yourself has been outstanding. And no one better than this dynamic duo right here who work so well together to bring this stuff to our kiddos. So I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Parker and Ms. Stramiello at this time.
Well, thanks. We have nothing to say. It's the kids who do. The kids who do it all. So maybe we'll start with the video.
Would you like us to move everybody over here?
You know what? That would be terrific. Thank you very much.
We're going to ask everybody to follow the seats, and once you're there, I'll get the video hooked up and ready to go.
Do you want us to move down? No.
All right, Mr. Parker, you ready?
That's the only guy.
We just need a quick switch over with the microphone.
Oh, the first one,
Thank you, parents, for bringing their kids out tonight. The kids have had a really long day, and we really appreciate these kids saying yes. So we want to thank you tonight for being representatives of the Minisink Valley Middle School. We are very proud of you. I know Mr. Larson is very proud of you. Your family is proud of you, and your Board of Education is very proud of you. So if I could get a little round of applause. And as a personal thank you from the teachers of this program, we have, there was some work that went into that, but we have to have a district who supports a vision and a theory about curriculum that may not be easily seen before we actually make it viewable. So we appreciate the belief you had in us to create a curriculum and a program with innovation in mind. So we thank you for that. And again, we thank everybody here. I was wondering if we could get a whole group. We'll leave
We'd
the
like to
kids
get
on the side,
everybody
a
to Ms.
picture
Parker
up
if we
there.
could.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if we can get you, Mr. Mello, and Mr. Larson, and our board up there with all of our students together. And we're going to take a little bit. All right, everybody. We're going to get the meeting started back up. I know the students are heading back out with all of their projects and everything, so you are welcome to join them out there or stay here with us for the rest of the board meeting. It's up to you. So, thank you for having us, for being here. Thank you for having our students out tonight. We truly appreciate it. Okay. Next on the list here is I have the approval of an SMOA with the Minisink Valley Teachers Association for a unified basketball coach. I'd ask for a motion to approve the memorandum of agreement, the SMOA, between the MBTA and the district as presented. Do I have a motion? Second.
Motion made and seconded, any discussion?
Just excited to now have this in place, and we're looking forward to the spring when we start our first unified season. So thank you to everybody who made this happen here at the board and in our athletic department and central office. So thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Now I just want to kind of go over our upcoming concerts. We did already have a couple of concerts, and we had our first one on December 2nd at our intermediate school. I know it's the report section when we talk about it, but I did want to give an opportunity because I know several board members did attend that concert. If anybody would like to speak, I'll start all the way down to 10. Ms. Lewis?
Yeah, it was very well done concert. Students were excellent, and the chorus director really does a fantastic job.
Mr. Cooper?
Yeah, echoing that, our young course director has now, I guess, become a magnet. 192 members between 4th and 5th grade in the course. That's ridiculous. But they were, for not really having that long practice, they were outstanding, and it was fun.
Absolutely great night. The numbers are incredible. I said to Mr. Warner, I think we are in really good shape moving to middle school and high school now is where our course numbers are. So just a really great concert. We also had the Otisville Elementary Chorus concert just the other day on the 4th. Yesterday, I know I was there. I think there were other people there. If anybody would like to talk about the chorus concert, I can jump in. Go right ahead. Go ahead.
I unfortunately couldn't attend last night, so I got to catch the in-school performance, which was absolutely awesome. I don't think the Otisville numbers are as big as the intermediate school numbers over here, but they did an absolutely fantastic, amazing job. And I think this middle school and high school program will have more kids coming in for years to come.
I think for over a third of the kids in each of the grade levels are part of the course, which is great. numbers look great moving to the middle school for our 5th grade, coming up into 6th grade, and for our 4th moving into 5th. So we're really in great shape. Mr. Klein did an outstanding job as our choral director at the elementary at Louisville. So just really absolutely great run there. Upcoming on the 9th, we have our middle school 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band concerts coming up. And then the snow date will be the 10th. We also have on the 11th the high school chorus concert. And then on the 12th is the snow date for that. And then we have on the 16th the high school band concert, snow date of the 17th. So a really great time in the district. Lots of different things taking place here. We're very excited for all of the musical concerts that we are going to see over the next couple of weeks. I encourage everybody from our audience and from our board and central office to get an opportunity to attend. Please get out there. It is just a lot of fun to see the kids. So that is our upcoming concert schedule, and that is all I have, Mr. Flaherty.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. The next item on the agenda is human resources portion for Ms. Giardino.
Thank you, Mr. Flaherty. We have a motion to approve the retirements, amendments, and appointments as listed.
So moved, Kathy DeRose.
Second, Scott Hines.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
We have a motion to approve the 2025 spring coaching appointments and compensation in accordance with the negotiated agreement between the MVTA and the Board of Ed as listed.
So moved. Second.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you very much, Mr. Giardino. The next item on the agenda is the curriculum and instruction portion. Mr. Renata.
Thank you, Mr. Flaherty.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Flaherty. We have a resolution for the board tonight to amend the student calendar for this school year. As everyone is aware, we had a weather day on November 22nd, which was a planned half-day conference day. Just for some information, we did effort to work with the building principals with the hope that we would not have to reschedule this day. As you may know, we have a half-day conference day this coming Friday. And so we did effort to work with the building principals to try to see if we could have the conferences that were needing to be scheduled for that day. Unfortunately, there were just too many conferences for us to make that happen, hence the need to reschedule that day for December 13th. So we do have a resolution be resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent, amends the student calendar for the 2024-2025 school year to reflect December 13th, 2024 as a half-day superintendent conference day, replacing the half-day superintendent conference day that was canceled on November 22nd, 2024 due to school being closed for inclement weather.
So moved, Lewis.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Mr. Flaherty,
Yes, ma'am.
is there a microphone? Because it's very difficult to hear now.
Okay.
We're struggling.
Okay, sorry about that.
This should work better.
There we go.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. The next item on the agenda is Pupil Personnel Services of Ms. Fenton.
Thank you, Mr. Flaherty. Good evening. Please refer to the executive summary on board docs. The Committee on Preschool Special Education met on 5 days in November. 10 students were reviewed. I ask for a motion to approve the arrangements of the recommended placements by the Committee on Preschool Special Education as presented.
So moved. Second, Scott Hines.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
The Committee on Special Education met on 8 days in November. 50 students were reviewed. I ask for a motion to approve the arrangements of the recommended placements by the Committee on Special Education as presented.
So moved, Kathy DeRose.
Second, Lewis.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Finn. The next item on the agenda is the business portion. Mr. Whitlow.
Thank you, Mr. Flaherty. First item we have is approval of warrants. Be resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent, accepts the claims and letters report for the following warrants as attached.
Second, Bill Cooper.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Next item we have is the budget transfer report. Be resolved that the Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent, acknowledges the budget transfer report for the month of November 2024.
Second, Kathy DeRose.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Being that there's none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. All right. Next item on the agenda is report section. First item is the Orange County School Board Association report. Last night, I remotely attended the Orange County School Board Association meeting. The months of December, January, February, these meetings are generally held remotely in case of inclement weather. So the guest speaker was Matt Galas. He is a governmental relations representative with NISBA. And he did a broad brush overview of the Rockefeller Institute report about the modifications to the financial aid formula for school districts. Most of which you can see, we got the email from the Rural Schools Association, and the outline was in there as well. But essentially, there were some things that were good for us, and there were some things that were bad for us. The good things were the inflation adjustment to the financial aid formula. They recommended it be spread out over 5 years, and they used the Northeast inflation index as opposed to the United States one, because inflation is greater in the North, is greater in the Northeast, so that'll benefit school districts. We certainly don't know what's going to happen, because these are just recommendations, and now they go to the state legislature, and the governor, starting early in the year with the budget development process to the state. So we have no idea where this is going to end up. But one of the key recommendations that the Rockefeller Institute made was that New York State should pay fully for the electric buses that they're mandating on districts. And if you're not aware of this, these buses cost approximately 3.5 times what a diesel bus costs. And not to mention the infrastructure that goes along with it. That's an additional cost, and it's a lot. It's just a lot of money, and it was going to be very, very difficult for the school districts to implement this on the time frame that they had given. Just some food for thought with these buses. 15% of the districts right now don't have the capacity.
I think the other thing that they mentioned in the Rockefeller report was the implementation should be over a 5-year period minimum, that not doing all of these things at once could potentially happen. It's really something that should be spaced out over a period of time, with the recommendation to provide districts the opportunity to adapt to whatever the funding change may be for the district, both on a positive or a negative end.
And several months ago, I was invited by some of the students to attend one of these meetings with Mr. Megna, who was the person from the Rockefeller Institute that actually published this study. And there were several school districts represented, and he was very, he was listening. He's a former state budget director, so he understands the formula quite well. He said there was absolutely going to be changes, and to his recommendations, and we're seeing that New York State doesn't do things perfectly. So this is a step in the right direction, but the problem is districts do not know if these were fully implemented how it would affect an individual district. And as you already know, last year the governor hold harmless means that districts don't lose money. And she said, she actually proposed originally that districts would lose money in state aid. And she went back on that, and the districts were fully funded. And this year she said, because she's probably thinking about her reelection, that now she's not going to touch, she's going to leave whole homes in place, even though one of the recommendations of the Rockefeller Institute was to do away with that. So that's all I have at this time. Next item on the agenda is the district events and comment period. The board members will report on any district events that they have attended.
As we heard before, I was able to attend the musical concert. I also attended the high school dramas dinner show. I don't know exactly what it's called. Dinner show. Murder mystery show. It was really cool. So that's pretty much it. I also want to congratulate all our fall sports teams for all the amazing things that they did, and as we look forward to our winter season as well. As far as a comment, I did want to just comment briefly. I know today we had some winter weather this morning, and I always hear different things from different people, and I just want to reassure to everyone that Mr. Monahan in central office does an amazing job, and they put the safety of everyone in this district first, foremost when making these decisions. They're up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and again, I know this, so I'm speaking to Mr. Monahan for these hours. They're talking to our highway superintendents. Mr. Powers is out there driving roads, Mr. Monahan's out there driving roads. So, just so everyone knows, it's not an easy decision for them to make. And we all have these weather forecasts, and whether they're right or wrong, most of the time they're wrong, but we have to listen to them. But I just wanted to, kind of just touch on that a little bit, that these decisions are never taken lightly by the central administration. And like I said, the safety and priority of our students and staff, faculty members is number one as always. I just wanted to kind of speak about that. I didn't tell Mr. Monahan I was talking about that, but I know the decisions that he makes are difficult, and we always kind of joke about it. You're right if you're right, you're wrong if you're wrong, you're always right or always wrong. There's never a right answer, I guess, if that makes any sense. But I just wanted to kind of be speaking about that briefly. Other than that, that's it. That's all I got. You can see it.
So I just want to share with everybody that I participated in the New York State School Board Association webinar on Tuesday, and some of what the discussion was about the mandate for the electric school buses. And if I'm not mistaken, there was some discussion that the deadline is going to be pushed out because they're starting to realize that it is virtually impossible financially and as far as our infrastructure to be able to implement this. Also today on New York State ASBO, Association for School Business Officials website, there was a highlight article that said Governor Hochul is rethinking cutting aid to shrinking schools because of a potential difficult re-election bid. So if she's rethinking that for that reason, I would think she'll be rethinking a few things for that as well.
I just want to say quickly that I also attended the Drama Murder Mystery Dinner, and it was very engaging and participatory. So that was very nice. I was dancing. I was up there dancing. And also, my children came home today, both talking about a very engaging assembly. They are in different schools, but they both experienced a similar assembly. I did not go tonight, but I really enjoyed the conversation that we had when they got home over our snack time. Maybe talking to each other too, which was nice. So I'd like to thank the schools for putting those assemblies together first.
On this end? Anybody? No? The only thing I would say is, I recently saw a video of Mr. Scoofus, our state senator, and he was throwing his name in his hat in the ring to be the chairman of the Democratic National Committee. And in this video, he said that the Democrats need to start listening to people. And I've gone up and I've met with him for years and years and years, and he always listens. Listening is not the problem. It's the actual action or lack thereof that has been the problem up in Albany, because we've been, we go up there every year, we tell them the problems in the real world that exist, and we get nothing in return. They listen, they give them that, but we need some real reform up there with the way they do things, especially with these state mandates. And they're burdensome, they're expensive, and it's very easy for me, as a legislature leader, to pass a law and have someone else pay for it. And that's what they do up there. So basically, they're going out to the grocery store and they're buying everything and they're taking your credit card and paying for it with that. And that's essentially what the problem is with New York, and that needs to change. It really does, because they just keep piling these mandates on, and they're unaffordable. Anybody else?
Hey, Joe. Yeah.
So I also attended the, I think it was the Green Eye Cafe. It was like the students did it was kind of a takeoff on the Great Gatsby. And what I got out of it was that it seemed Mrs. Hull was there, but these kids were like in their own element, and the acting was great. It didn't seem like they were confined to like a play. They all were really into it. There was students serving food, coffee and drinks, ginger ale, and they looked like they were really having a good time. The other thing was the art department had a paint and cider fundraiser last week, and another example of how these students just take control, and they just ran everything in that classroom, and it was a great experience. My wife and my daughter went. There was a bunch of younger kids there. It was really nice. They raised some money. And then just seeing what we saw today, the science, the STEAM stuff. So arts and music and science are really doing well here. So just want to say thank you to the teachers and the students that participate. All you guys out there.
Just real quick, just to pile on the play that the kids put together, which was really good. I think what was even more impressive is that it was almost the same cast that was in Get Smart, which was literally 2 weeks prior. So they had 2 weeks to go from that to this play that was student driven,